we're live.
Nice.
So yeah, if there's anyone in the chat right now, welcome to another stream. We have Lee Beans joining us for the first ever TOOS, aka the OC Object Show interview. Here are the rules. You must ask only appropriate questions to Lean Beans. And that's pretty much it. And I think you know what appropriate I'm talking about.
Yo, do you mind if I announce this to my Discord?
Yep. I mean, you can announce it.
Yep. Okay, I've announced it. This would be cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited for TOOS to come out.
Yeah.
The OSC Object Show.
Yeah. I'm planning on taking a place on an island.
Oh, yeah. That's a pretty good idea.
And I'm going to be using Flip-A-Clip since I don't have Adobe Animate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't have Adobe either. It's way too expensive.
Yeah. It's probably going to take me around 4 months for each episode to come out. Or if not, then 3 months.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited to see it when it does come out, though.
All I can tell you, it's probably going to come out until 2024. Probably at that time.
Yep. How long do you think this stream will take, by the way?
Probably 30 minutes to an hour.
Oh, yeah. Sounds good.
Sticking out your gat for the Rizzler. You're so skibbity, you're so phantom tax. I just wanna be your Sigma.
I'm actually going to start off with a few startup questions regarding the show and the OC in general.
Sounds good.
All right. Question number 1. When you get put on the island for the show, how do you think you'll do on the show and be living on the island for a year or two?
So like my place in the show.
Yeah.
I don't reckon I'll win compared to some of the, like more popular OSC creators, but I don't think I'll be like a first boot or something. I'll probably get out semi quickly, but I think I'll have a bit of a good run.
Yeah, and considering it's gonna be a vote to save.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Question number 2. How well do you think you'll do in challenges regarding the show?
Challenges. I would think maybe I reckon I'll go pretty good. Maybe not the best, but I guess my main advantage would be that I'm lean, being fit, I guess. I'm not sure. But I think I'll go pretty good.
Yeah. Compared to more popular OSC YouTubers. How do you how do you think your chances of surviving eliminations will be?
Well, in the roster, I'm probably going to be one of the smallest ones there. But I think I might survive one or two eliminations, as I guess people might just vote. Very much depends on who I'm up against in the certain elimination. But I think I'll probably maybe survive once or twice or semi often. But there'll be one where there's just someone who's more popular.
Yeah, especially between Apoy and Misk. But you might be able to survive over Misk. It's a
Yeah,
huge might.
because we're similar size.
Yeah. Question number 3. How do you has the OSC been going downhill since it first started?
Well, I haven't been in it for too long, only a couple months, but I do hear that it used to be a lot better. And I don't think it's been going downhill since it started, but in the last couple months, maybe years, I think it definitely has been. And even just in the recent weeks, I've seen a lot of conflict and stuff in the OSC, and it seems to be in a bit of a bad state right now. But even before that, there was a lot of weird people in the OSC, and it seemed to be going a bit downhill as it became more mainstream. But
Yeah.
I think it can somewhat recover, but I'm not too sure.
Yeah. It has potential to recover.
Yeah.
Question number 3. Are you planning on making a joke show or an object show?
Yeah. In fact, I'm working on one pretty much right now. It's more of a joke show, but it's also kind of an object show. Um, Kind of like a serious one, but a bit jokey. I can't really animate or draw that well, so it's going to be kind of low quality, but I think that it'll seem kind of intentional, so it won't be trying to be too high quality. But I do want to make it so it's very random and it mixes up the game a lot. So there'll be random rejoins and like things like that, and I just want to kind of shake up the formula and rules and stuff. So in one episode, it might be like a double vote to eliminate or something, and then the next episode it'll be vote to save half of the cast or something. Just completely changing it up.
Yeah, my object show won't be very high quality since I'm going to be using Flip a Clip.
I reckon it'll still be good.
I'm a decent drawer,
Hmm.
so I think I'll do pretty good.
Yeah. The way I do it is in CapCut. That's how I animate. It's not really animation, more like overlaying different things and stuff.
Yeah. Next question. Based on your competition in the OC Object Show, what place do you think you will be placed out of the 6 contestants?
Um, Probably maybe I think fifth is what I'd say.
Next question. Based on your experience in the OSC community, how has it been during your time in the OSC?
So I know there seems to be a lot of conflict and stuff, and a lot of people say it's a very toxic and bad community, which I do see how some people could have it like that. But for me, while there has been some badness for me personally, it's just been great, really. Like I've spoke to a lot of people, made a lot of friends, and been able to show my creative works and stuff and my passions, and have people actually seeing it. So I think it can be a very heartful and good community, but there just is some ugly sides to it, but none that have actually affected me.
Yeah. Speaking of the OSC object show, I'm actually going to be releasing a clip of the script. I'm doing a screen share of the first 3 scenes of the script for the
Oh
first
yeah,
episode.
sounds good.
Yeah. I have a mixture of ideas for the challenge. For
Mm-hmm.
challenges. A, probably hide and seek. B, probably hiking. Or
Mm-hmm.
C, mining.
I reckon hide and seek sounds like a interesting concept, and it hasn't really been done that much.
Yeah, I might do hiking for the challenge. I might do hiking or mining for the challenge mostly.
Oh yeah.
There are 4 more questions before we get to the viewers.
Mm-hmm.
The next question is, what was your opinion on BFDI when you first saw it?
So when I first saw it was like obviously when I was really young and back when it was in like just normal BFDI, the first season and stuff, when I was like a really little kid. And when I saw it back then, I remember thinking it was cool, but I never finished it because I just kind of didn't really like it too much. Because I just guess I grew off it, and then I remembered it throughout the years. And then when I rejoined the OSC, is when I just randomly went, I remember there being this random talking object show that I watched when I was little. I searched it up to see if it was real, and then became a big fan of it.
Yep. BFDI was the first ever object show I watched.
Mm-hmm.
Back when I was 8 to 9 years old.
Oh yeah, that's probably not when I watched it. I might have watched it when I was 5 or something. 4.
My favorite character at the time was, I know this might make the most people mad, but Rocky was actually my second favorite at the time.
Oh, Rocky was my favorite.
Spongy was my first favorite.
I never really liked Spongy. It
And
was
Spongy went down big time on my tier list.
yeah. Yeah, he kind of sucked in BFD because the whole thing about him in BFDI was that the poor guy was like bullied so much, but in BFB he wasn't really bullied that much at all.
Yeah, he was actually good before BFB 14.
Mm,
I mean, he's not bad, but he's definitely not good either.
yeah.
The next question is, if you had to change anything about BFB, what would you change?
My
Just
first thought was the split, but now that I think of it, that kind of ended for the best. But I'd say something to do with post split is I would probably make it less lighthearted and add more newcomer contestants and just more contestants in general.
Yeah. Loser and Spongy did not make a good fit for post split.
Yeah. Loser, if anything, should have joined Teapot because it's clear they wanted to tell a story with him, but then
Loser
putting
would
him
have
into
been
BFB, which is not meant for character development and stuff, kind of just was a waste of this whole rejoin.
Loser would have been 10 times better than he is now if he joined Teapot.
Yeah, the only reason he really rejoined is because it was clear that Carrie and Michael have like a story to tell with him with his backstory and stuff. But then putting him in post split is really weird because Post Split was meant for like funny and just not really character stuff, whereas T-Ball was meant for all development and things. So yeah.
Shane, two of my favorite characters were eliminated. Eggy and Clock.
Oh yeah. I'm kind of a fan of both. I think I might like Clock more, but I kind of grown off him a bit lately. Also, Cake with those three from the losers. They're all gone now.
Yeah, Clock should have never been on the losers to begin with. He would have worked 10 times better on Irons.
Irons.
Think about it. They will be creating a major arc between both alliances. Lightning, Fanny, and Clock will be in one alliance, while Pencil, Match, Bubble, and Ruby be another alliance, and create a major arc.
Oh yeah. I reckon Clockwork going on any other team even could be interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, Irons is a good idea.
Clock was always my favorite character ever since BFB.
I love how like critical he is of everything.
Yeah.
He's probably the most relatable for me.
Basketball as a contestant I actually used to not like in BFB.
Yeah, I think I might have hated her more in BFB. It's just because she was the most forgettable in BFB.
Yeah, other than being one of 8Ball's followers.
Yeah.
But in Teapot, she had a huge glow up. Like a massive one.
I kind of feel like she's in too many arcs, though.
Which can possibly save her.
Yeah, but I just think some of that spotlight should be given to other people. Because she's like, the main two arcs at the moment are the Winter Clock and Robot Flower arc, both of which basketball's involved in. And that's not really fair. And I feel like it should have been Gady in the Winter Clock arc instead of basketball.
Yeah, I agree. Basketball in the Royal Flower arc is reasonable.
It's probably the best arc in terms of like how reasonable and realistic it is. Because all the other arcs are kind of silly. Like the whole book Taco arc, that started in a really silly way. Even the
Yeah.
fiery and leafy arc was also really dumb. And kind of even the Winter Clock arc. But yeah, the Robot Fire one actually seems the most realistic in terms of characters.
I actually liked Book a lot more in BFB because she had at least something to make her interesting.
Yeah, Book and Teapot is just very bland.
Yeah, but she's starting to get better.
Yeah, but I'm just not sure what they can really do with her anymore. Except for going back to the whole thing with Gady and stuff before she gets eliminated. Because Clock can't really do anything with Free Smart anymore. And if they even did do things with the whole Taco book arc, it would just kind of feel like they're stretching it on for longer and stuff. And it would just feel kind of lazy.
Imagine if Gelatin was on the losers. He could be the solo one to stop loser from the whole fan thing and actually do something in challenges.
Yeah. Yeah, Gelatin, we should have seen more Gelatin than Loser. That's a pair I'd like to kind of see.
Yeah. But what if Flower was actually on Team Ice Cube?
Team
She
Ice.
would have.
Yeah, I could see that.
She would have definitely been eliminated in episode 4.
Yeah.
Compared to fan favorites like Bracelety or Donut.
Mm. It kind of makes sense that because Team Ice gives like the people that no one picks. It's like the bunch of misfits and stuff. And Flower is really hated in the earlier seasons, so it kind of would make sense if she was just not picked.
Flower is the worst character by far. Literally.
Really, worst character.
Yep.
Damn, what was that?
Specifically, her rigged win. BFB 23. Her getting the bottom two so many times and still winning, which I'm super shocked.
Like winning in votes.
Yeah, it wasn't legitimate. Gelatin did way more than Flower. Like, way
Honestly, though,
more.
I don't really, even though I don't really have any major thoughts on her win, but I don't think that should really affect the character because that's not really anything to do with Flower as a character.
But to
But
be
I'm not.
honest, she's just a bland one. Just doesn't really contribute.
In BFB, I didn't really like Flower because she just felt watered down and not really with any major personality. The late BFDI Flower was like peak. I loved BFDI Flower.
Yeah. I think Flower should have actually left in BFB 2 because she had no part in either of the alliance. In Fanny's or Pencils.
I don't think BFB won because that would be just her getting eliminated at the start again.
But overall, I think Flower would have been a good first boot. She was not
But
involved
she's
in
already
either
been the
alliance.
first boot. It would kind of just be silly to do it again.
Yeah, but it's for a reason this time. She wasn't never involved in any alliance.
It's just that I don't really. She didn't really do anything that hateable in the episode, and there was like people on either side of like the things that weren't really involved, and there wasn't really any other alliance. You could call Snowball and Lightning an alliance, but then there was also Fanny, who was just not in anything. And Fanny seems more like a early boot to me.
Yeah. Even though I voted Fanny almost every time Death Pact again was up for elimination.
You did.
Yeah.
Damn.
Except for their third time. I voted for
I
Cloud.
voted for her in the remote Fanny voting war. I preferred Fanny.
Yeah. Remote pretty much went downhill ever since Teapot 2.
I always found Remote. Remote was getting good in Teapot, but I just prefer Fanny in general.
Yeah. Black Hole is probably the the worst contestant on Death Pact again.
For me, it's Marker.
Marker falls in the same category as Foldy. He's barely better than her. It's because he actually does stuff.
I don't really. For me, it's just I don't really care if a character does stuff. It's just I find him a bit bland and stuff, and he's not really there to be much of a serious character. More just like a good face on screen, but not much past that.
Yeah. Next question. Who are you likely to save next on any team in Teapot from here on out?
I usually tend to vote depending on who I think will get like least votes in the episode. So it's usually based on the episode, but if there was to be a voting randomly opening right now on and I wasn't able to see the results, for teammates I'd probably say Needle. For Are You Okay? I'd probably say either Tennis Ball or TV. On the strongest team on earth, I would vote for Snowball. On Death Pact again, I'd definitely vote for Tree. For the Yes, I think I'd vote for Yellowface. As I think he's got a lot of hate for 8. but I liked him. So, um, and for just not Nickel,
I think on Just Not Nickel will be my third choice.
I think I voted Nickel for a Teapot 7.
I voted Book and Teapot 7.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I voted Nickel because I'm not really a fan of that many people. I'm just not. For me, it's probably one of, if not the weakest team in Teapot.
I think three of the best members on the team is is probably Pillow, Book, and Naily, and that's pretty much it.
For me, it's
And
Nickel, Naily, and Pillow, with Price Tag coming in as a close fourth.
yeah, I don't really like Price Tag that much.
I think she has a fair bit of potential. They're just not really exploring much with her.
Yeah. Price Tag is a bit of a bland character.
Yeah. I have a feeling she'd do something big in later Teapot if she was allowed to stick around long enough. But I think they might have something planned for her. I don't know. Because
Yeah.
it just kind of seems like they're intentionally leaving her out.
I think that Bommy and Price Tag might be the next bottom two.
Yeah, that's a pretty good prediction, honestly.
But Price Tag's staying over Bommy.
Yeah.
Bommy only was third safe in T-Bot 5 due to sympathy votes.
Mm. And then in Teapot, what is it? 8, he was, I think, second last.
He was bottom 2.
Yeah.
It was kind of obvious. I actually thought
Mm.
he was going to be eliminated next.
Damn. I would think he's got more votes because anytime I ever see someone talking about Bonnie, they really like him, but the votes don't say that.
Yeah. But for the strongest team on earth, I think Basketball and Bell will be the bottom 2.
Nah, I think it would be Snowball and Bell, perhaps.
I would obviously save Snowball.
Yeah.
Basketball
Because
comes to a close second.
in every poll and stuff I've seen, people are always talking about how they're going to vote for Basketball, and a lot of people have been not really liking Snowball as much, not even Giant Snowball, and I think he'll be bottom 2.
Yeah. I'm super likely to save Snowball next.
Yeah, that's who I'd save as well. I'm not really fond of too many characters on the strongest team.
And Basketball has been going down on my tier list.
Mm.
It's
Basketball's my
sad
least
because
favorite.
she used to be my favorite contestant before
Damn.
Clock, Eggy, and Match jumped in.
Hey, a match enjoyer. That's a pretty good opinion, in my opinion. I quite like Match.
Yeah, Match is around my fourth favorite now.
I think
Because
my order is Roboti's my favorite, Tree's my second favorite, Donut's my third. I think there's also Loser up there, but there's also Winner and Yellowface are kind of floating around now.
yeah, Roboti, he's went up on my list, but not too much.
It's just there's something about him, and I think he like represents what the voters can do to a character. Because from the start, he was like the lowest voted to debut, eliminated in number 5, and then he got the lowest amounts to rejoin. It's like he spent majority of his known life in either a metal box or a classroom without entrapped in a body that he can't really speak with anyone or can't move or really just communicate at all.
Yeah, but Roboti is a blank character. As a blank character, I don't really
That's
see that much
I
scenes with
think
him.
I think that's the point of him though, that he can't really ever do anything because of the body and the life he's trapped in. It's less about what he can do and just more about the subversive concept of such a character.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he could do what the other Roboti from Battle for the Respective Roboti.
What's I've never watched it. What does he do?
He can actually he has no legs, but he could still walk around and use his arms. Whatever body has that feature.
Hmm. I think it'd kind of take away from him though.
Yeah, but overall, Roboti never has it easy on my list. He's
Hmm.
always been in the dislike slash overrated section, or it used to be overrated section.
I wouldn't say it's overrated. He's like got the worst voting record out of any character.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't really expect Roboti even joining season 6. And if he
He might.
does, he'll probably be voted off pretty early.
I think because 4 took him away, I think there's going to be something planned for him for that. There's also the fact that he can seem to instantly teleport to like a waterfall that seems to be located in Four's eye, and then he was specifically taken away by Four um out of all the Exodus. I think that could be some weird connection to Four with Roboti.
Yeah, that can probably be it. But Roboti really needs to do something in the future because if he doesn't, he's probably gonna remain where he is now.
Yeah. One of the worst things is that I think TV, who's always going on about like mechanical minds, TV had the power to like just completely rig the votes and say that David was eliminated, but TV just betrayed Roboti and just like said that he was eliminated.
Yeah. But TV isn't all that of a good character. He's overrated and he's bland. He's super overrated.
He isn't the best, but I think he does have some cool things to him. I'll
Probably
usually vote for him just to be safe.
probably in my bottom 5 worst characters. The one of the worst.
Damn.
And with a follow up of him, we have Loser, X, Flower, Speaker Box, and Flower.
Flower Speaker Box makes sense because they just haven't really done anything. They're just like a character that showed up and just disappeared. Like I don't really think they were planned for much at all, and they just. I don't know.
Yeah. Looks like we got a question in. All right. SMB asks, "What do you think of of BFDI, aka the first season?"
I don't really have a nostalgia point for this, like a lot of people do. It doesn't really bring back too much for me. So, from my opinion, of course, it was written by kids, so I can understand this. It just feels a little too bland altogether. Like, there's a lot of comedy, and I find it funny a lot of the time, and concepts and stuff. But it does kind of blend together because the characters aren't really written that uniquely, and they don't really do much like character development stuff at all. But it's just a fun thing to watch sometimes. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Speaking of which, when BFB started, who was your favorite character at the time when BFB 1 hit?
I think it was Tree. Tree's has been my favorite for the longest. it was only recently when Roboti became my favorite. But before that, Tree had always been my favorite. But now he's just my second favorite. I still really do love Tree. It's just I love Roboti more now.
In BFB1, I I had Barf Bag as my favorite at the time.
Oh yeah, makes sense. I quite like Buffbag.
Yeah. Barf Bag is sitting at my top 3 now.
Oh nice.
After being in my below average section, then Teapot hit and boosted Barf Bag up.
That's good.
Yeah.
My idea for Teapot 9, I'm gonna release on my channel soon. It's like a concept, but it's just that volcano Rocky vomited into. When it erupts, Buffbag can figure out to put like the lava buff in herself, and
Yeah.
it makes her really hostile and like heated and radiant with like heat and stuff.
Yeah. I think Barf Bag will get more fans doing that. Just like
Yeah,
Lightning did.
yeah.
Rocky could have potentially been the next Lightning. That's why he's in my average section.
I think it was kind of the joke that he was going to be, but two just stopped it.
Yeah, Teapot 7 just made Black Hole get worse than Rocky.
Damn.
I didn't.
I don't think it made him worse. It kind of made him a bit more comedically silly and stubborn seeming because he never really shown to be that kind of mean person. But in Teapot he's become a lot just ruder. But I don't think he's bad anymore. And yeah, Teapot 8 made him better though.
Yeah, he was definitely derailed.
I wouldn't say derailed, but very much changed. It kind of makes sense because in BFB he didn't really have any personality. They didn't really know what to do with him as a character. And I think it's good they've decided to go with a more stubborn side of him. Even if I don't know if a lot of people like that though.
Black Hole's probably screwed on his next elimination.
Yeah, I made a video saying Black Hole's doomed, didn't he? But because I think he kind of is.
Black Hole only has a 1% chance of having the elimination. His next elimination.
I'm kind of worried for Tree though.
I think Tree's probably gonna end up in the bottom 2, but will survive.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah, Tree's a pretty good character.
Yeah. Also, they're approaching Teapot 10, which is presumably when they'll do a rejoin. Do you also think they'll do some kind of merge or something then? Or like team change or swap?
I think so, but for sure I'm voting either Eggy, Clock, and if Coiny or Barfbag gets out. If Barfbag gets out, I'm voting for Barfbag. Barfbag's definitely up there.
Well, he's not the one person I want to rejoin. I'm probably just going to end up voting Fries because it seems like he's the main. He's like one of the two people in the vote to rejoin. So I'll probably just vote him because the characters I want to join just don't really have a chance.
I think Clock still has a chance.
Yeah, Clock does.
The people who I really don't expect to come back are Pie, Foldy, Saw, Nail Lee.
No, yeah, Naily, that makes sense.
To be honest, Remote will probably get far, but not really rejoin.
Remote will be in the top 3.
Yeah.
I think the top 3 also might have Lightning, and top 4 or 5 might have Clock. I don't see Clock getting up too far though.
Yeah, but I hate to say it, but Eggy will probably not rejoin.
Yeah, Eggy won't rejoin. She might
As
get. She won't be the
as,
lowest, but she'll be one of the lower ones.
as much as I want Eggy to rejoin, I'm afraid it's not possible.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
Eggy's not coming back.
Clock and Lightning still have a chance.
I think still though, Fries will just win. Although it
K,
does depend. It does depend if Coiny's eliminated, like it seems he will be, because that might change it all.
I mean, there's a crazy voting battle, like a crazy voting battle. Literally
Mm,
anything can happen.
yeah.
I think they're going to be entering the merge in the final 25.
Yeah, I think they'll do some kind of team swap soon because some teams are like approaching 3 people, and that's just not really sustainable.
Yeah, so far they're at 4.
Yeah. Who do you think will be up for elimination next? Because obviously the most likely ones are like the strongest team on Earth and Just Not. Do you reckon it'll be them though?
I think that the strongest team on Earth, yes, they'll lose, and the yes.
I'm thinking Team 8's and the strongest team on Earth.
Wait, teammate just lost, so I don't think they'll lose.
Yeah, but Just Not also just lost. And also, I don't think they'd make it so I don't think they'd get every team to the same level. Like they just so there's 2 teams with 5 members now. What is it?
I
Like
think Death
4.
Pact, the strongest team on Earth and Death Pact again to lose.
Yeah, I just don't think they'll have every team at the same member count though. So I don't think it'll be Just Not because they just lost more recently.
So Death Pact again, and the strongest team on Earth are likely to lose next.
Probably not Death Pact again.
They almost lost in Teapot 8.
I know, but I think I think they need at least 1 or 2 more episodes to get their story finished, and then they're gonna like post the final voting,
Yeah,
or they'll do some kind of team shuffle or like a final vote before then.
yeah. What if Teapot turns into a contestant vote when the merge comes around?
That'd be interesting.
Yeah,
I'd like to see that because that could be a chance to get some like fan favorites out. I guess. Like, what if Pillow got out for that?
to be honest, Grassy's starting to drop on my tier list, but
Yeah,
he's on my average.
I liked him in the past Teapot episodes. Everyone said he was useless and annoying, but he actually did do a lot of stuff. And in the more recent ones, I'm liking him less because he's kind of an asshole. And yeah,
I mean, I can see what people are talking about him being annoying. He kept saying his name is Grassy. That gets so repetitive.
not really. He didn't even say it that much, and he was useful. He's probably more helpful than most characters on his team in terms of challenges. And it's just because Carrie has a hard time voicing him and stuff.
Yeah, but there's Robot Flower
What do you
and
mean?
basketball.
What do you mean?
Robot Flower in Teapot 7 and in Teapot 8.
For what though?
Robot Flower got her team to be safe by putting all the recommended
Oh,
characters, aka the hostess, on the roof. Teapot
yeah,
8,
but even if he didn't directly make the team win, he was still like trying to help by lifting up Snowball and stuff. And also in Teapot 2,
yeah.
not really 3. He did. I think he did the least in 3.
Yeah,
What's that? In
Snowball pretty
4,
much.
he directly led the team to victory, kinda.
Yeah. I remember when I used to hate Grassy all the way back in BFB. He
Damn.
kept saying, I'm grassy. I'm
Yeah,
grassy.
he wasn't much chop in BFB, but a lot of characters weren't.
Yeah, I
They
really,
weren't really giving a spotlight to many characters in pre-split, which is probably my main problem with it.
yeah, I really want either grassy or TV to get out in pre-split.
Oh yeah.
But it's probably the best 8 ball left because if 8 ball survived, we wouldn't have the basketball we have now.
Hmm. I like 8 Ball. I think I wish he should have stayed. He's the one I want to rejoin Teapot the most. From the Exodus.
I want Liar Match to rejoin.
I don't think it should be Lie because that seems just too obvious, and I think she should be able to shine in her own in like another season or something.
Lie had the most unfair elimination though.
Yeah, but still, I just don't. She has way too much potential to just be used in Teapot.
Or potentially win though.
She won't win. Like rejoiners and stuff never really win.
Unless those rejoiners are popular in a way.
I just don't really think she should rejoin. I think it should be matches. Match is a good idea, actually, like you were saying. But 8 Ball, potentially bracelety, but no one really else. Either just 8 Ball, match, or maybe bracelety.
Yeah. The one thing I'll agree on pencil with is that Roboti is pretty much a dead weight. The
How
only
dare
thing
you?
I'll agree on pencil.
How dare you?
I mean, honestly, what episode does he ever do anything?
It doesn't even matter if he can do anything. He can't. He physically can't.
I mean, if he can communicate to the other contestants, and if he knows how to do challenges, he can tell them how to do it if they don't know.
But I mean, he can't really communicate. The only person he can talk to is Roboti, and he did help him in BFB 3, I believe, and he was encouraging to David in BFB 5, and well, what happened in BFB 4? Beep didn't really do anything in BFB 4. I don't even think he made an appearance there, but
David is honestly the best BFDI joke character in my opinion.
depends on the definition of a joke character. But if you're just talking about a character that like just never really does anything at all, then it's David. But if you consider Yellowface a joke character, then he's probably the best. But I don't really consider him a joke character.
I think joke characters are characters that are not objects.
I guess.
To be honest, Dora is probably the worst one out of all of them.
Really?
Yeah, she doesn't really contribute much to arcs.
David contributes a lot less.
Yeah, he is still enjoyable.
I find Dora way better than David. Dora like led her team to victory several times. She also
Yeah, but
has kind of interesting some like story with David, and she's funny as well.
yeah, if only they had an arc or something that we saw.
But it's like she does enough.
Yeah, but
It
she
doesn't.
never really contributed to the book to the abandoned arc in BFB.
How is she really supposed to?
She could have stood up to Booker, did something to teach her something.
I just don't really think she was that involved with the team that much. I think the way she should have been handled is that she should have been shown not to even give a crap about the whole abandonment arc, but she should have been shown to like be trying to plot to like kill David or have some other secret thing going on in the background that was kind of comedic, but also just gave us something to do other than just completely dominating all challenges.
Yeah, David carried in BFB 5.
5. Yeah, but he still wasn't good. Like, he still lost.
Yeah. Even though he fell asleep, he was still piloting the airplane.
Mm.
But honestly, David is a pretty good character, honestly. Way better than how he was in BFDI.
Mm, I
He was pretty
guess.
much a wasted character.
The only good thing I say about him now is that he seems to be friends with everybody.
Yeah. I think Nicholas should have probably joined over David in BFDI.
Mm.
Could make a potential rivalry between him and Coiny.
Nickel, yeah. But then they were also on the same team in BFDIA, so.
Yeah. It could have done something in BFDI with Nickel having arms.
Yeah. It's getting close to an hour soon.
Yeah. I guess we'll end up with some ending stream questions.
Sure.
First up, we have how's your day been so far?
Oh, my day. It has
Yeah.
been pretty good. It's only it's in the morning, but I'm quite seems like a pretty good day. I'm feeling pretty energetic. Gonna get some stuff done. And yeah.
Yeah, it's 7 at night for me.
Damn.
Anyways, I guess I'll end the stream in a minute or so.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess you can just say bye to the chat.
Thanks for having me on, man. And also, see you, chat. It was good doing this, just having a good discussion about BFDR stuff.
Yeah. Question, are you gonna be streaming tomorrow?
Not 100% sure. I might be streaming tonight even. But probably. I'll try and stream as much as possible generally.
Yeah. I might be able to stream tomorrow night. It's a huge might.
Mm-hmm.
And if I do stream tomorrow night, it's probably going to be an Insanity tier list stream.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, catch you around.
Yeah, you too. Thanks for having me on. See you, man. And bye, chat.
Alright, bye, Leavings. Alright, guys, I'll be ending off here. If you're new, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in another stream.